you doing, Richard? Okay, I think we're mostly set up now. A lot of new music dropping today, so that's good. There's a whole new Ski Mask sort of album, I guess. I mean, it's supposed to be a bunch of unreleased, unmastered music, but it's Ski Mask, so, you know, that's like something to celebrate, right? Yeah, they're blown the fuck out, but normally I would like hate on that style of, like, mastering and whatnot. Minimeters got a lift, yeah, there's a bunch of new shit. Some of the coolest, well, right now it's in like quad mode, right? So like you can like, ooh. I feel like the spectrum being laid out vertically is entirely just that you can fit everything onto one single screen, but like who the fuck is ever going to want to use this vertically, you know? Hello, Ryan. Yeah, there's a few things. So we switched to the preset I made, right? Okay. So there's a few things. One thing is we got this like static mode where it like updates horizontally, like slowly across the screen, which I guess is like pretty good for. It can be pretty damn annoying. Like here, I can just like take a screenshot, and it's like everything's like much more stable. It's much more easy to, I guess, to like look at individual things. I think I'm still just gonna keep it to the like side scrolling shindig, but yeah, no, it's neat. And then you can add, like, there's a frequency range bar that got added to the spectrogram. There's a bunch of other features, but frankly, I like only really use the spectrogram and the LUFS meter, and that's about it. But this is huge. You can clip the last 10 seconds or the last 60 seconds of audio. There's just like a built-in constant thing recording. Now, I haven't really experimented with it much, but like, let's say I'm like doing sound design, right? Let's say like that sounds awesome, and I'm like, oh, I need to save that. I'll hit clip 10 seconds. Everything freezes. And minimeters crashes. Huge. Insane how that works. And then let's see if it actually recorded. Oh fuck, god damn it. Why is there a recording from? No, I did it multiple times apparently. Let's go date modified. It didn't work. Okay, cool. That was awesome how it just crashed. Okay, great. And it crashes again. I swear I did this before and it like seemed to work. Why? Oh, yeah, well, it's supposed to be a rolling sampler. Maybe 60 seconds works. Well, I did just open minimeters back up, so I guess it wasn't rolling at that point. Okay, never mind. It doesn't work, folks. Take it back. Pretend. Here, let's just hide those two buttons. Yeah, that's a bummer. I don't know. We got a couple recordings when I was messing around with it earlier.
Yeah,
I was watching a YouTube video.
We're gonna take a
and then
stuff where you can
yeah it all worked then. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Well, it's supposed to work. We'll see what's up with that. The trouble with it, sometimes the text gets all fucked up. What kind of text? Now, mind you, I mean, you could still use like a rolling sampler and like record directly out of your interface in a bunch of different ways. So you can steal samples from Splice to your heart's content normally. But I mean, I'm pretty sure when you're demoing stuff from Splice, it's like recording at like a much lower sample rate, so it's not going to sound good anyways. But okay, what else is there? What other big features? I forget. I mean, I pretty much just use like these features. They changed up the FFT algorithms, so there's like a quote-unquote sharper mode. Oh, I can turn down everything here. I can turn everything down here like 20 dB so you can hear me better, right? And then I can open this guy and I can turn up the master 20 dB. Huge, right? I made my oscilloscope blue, massive. This is shit I could do before. There's multiple different algorithms now. Before it used to be sharp and classic. Now there's sharper, which, to be honest, I don't really see the difference. There's also multiple different scales now. We used to just have linear and logarithm. Now we got a mel scale, which, to be honest, when it comes to visualizing, you know, music, like visually, I'm pretty sure the log and the mel scale are like pretty much the same. Like they're scaled a little bit differently, but like, you know, if you're just trying to like look at frequencies and stuff like that, then like what? Why not? I don't use span, however, they did add. Okay, this part's kind of cool. If we use a spectrum, we open up our spectrum, right? You can add a reference and a target. So like I can load here. Let's load a Tipper song, Chrome Splat. Show target curve. It says, okay, this is what the Chrome Splat curve normally looks like. And then you can add a spread. You can be like, I want all my frequencies to hit like that, right? And so I'm like, oh shit, look at that. It's hitting that sorta, you know? So you can just like load in reference tracks and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure you can apply like a slope, frequency lines. There's just like a fuck ton of features. I'm not going to use most of them ever probably, but here, yeah, we can fix the tilt. And then we can bring the offset back down to 0. And then look at that. You got a reference track, and you can look at the frequency spectrum if you so choose. I never really do this though, but it's something you can do. You play around with the FFT size in much different ways. You could use mel scale again. I don't understand the point. I guess mel scale here is like using more of the frequency space. Well, that's cool. Oh, I like this. You can set your oscilloscope to free pitch. Okay, it kind of sucks in this case. And certain, you want pitch tracking in certain circumstances, and then you're gonna want free pitch in other circumstances. Actually, probably never. Free pitch is mostly just it looks cool in certain circumstances, but like for actually analyzing the music, you're probably always gonna want to use this mode. What else is new? I don't know. There's a bunch of features for all this other shit. I never use it. Like we got stereo meter. There's a bunch of different settings in here. I never use this. I think it's pointless. It doesn't really give me any information. It just looks kind of funny. Oh, I guess you can load in a reference. Correlation. I don't know what the fuck. How? Oh, there's a correlation. What the fuck? Okay, there's a correlation meter for how well the stereo image matches your reference track on average, I guess. That's cool. Again, I don't know how I would use that really, because like, frankly, stereo imaging is like really easy. Like you just listen to it, you make sure it's not out of phase, and you just listen to it, and you're like, oh, is the imaging good relative to this other song? I don't need to look at a meter for it, you know? Like I don't need to see all the fucking little balls and stuff flying around on the screen. I just need to like do a mono check and make sure it sounds good. So like that bit, I've never used that. It's just distracting to me. They added a voltmeter, which like I guess is like fucking a loudness meter, but for people who have a hard-on for analog stuff. So, you know, if that's your jam, go crazy. I haven't explored what are the... Okay, we just got indicators. Okay, so when it clips, like right now it boosted everything by 36 dB. But whenever it clips, we can make this flash red. I guess that's cool. But you can also just like listen for when it's clipping. Nah, not all the time it's immediately obvious. I just make sure my bass hits well, my left is hitting a high score. Exactly. The left's meter, did they change anything in the lefts? Oh, they did. Left's meter, go, everything here, we'll pop the left's meter out. You can change, god damn it. Wait, we're closing it back up. Let's turn down the trim so you can actually see the left's meter better. You can do momentary, which is just like, you know, really short term. And then there's short term, which is like averaged, which like is the most useful for, you know, if you're just like trying to like analyze a thing in the moment. And then there's RMS, which is pretty obvious. That isn't trying to measure perceptual loudness, and it's just like the average of how fast the decibels are changing, right? And then there's a slower version of that. So I'm probably never ever going to use anything other than the slow short-term LUFS, because that's the most useful if you want to like analyze another song, right? Like if I was analyzing my own song, I might use this. I would just use Ulean loudness meter, honestly, if I'm analyzing my own song. But this is useful if I'm like trying to like use a reference track or something, and I just want to quickly know how loud it is at its like drop or whatever. Oh, that's good. I think that's like mostly everything. The waveform. What do we do with the waveform? Oh, let's get rid of this fucking the VU meter. That's useless. Yeah, there's, again, you can make it do this looping thing where it loops slowly. I feel like, I don't know, I'm probably never going to use that, at least for the waveform. I might use it, it would be useful for videos or maybe like analyzing people's music with a spectrogram, right? Because, you know, it's easier to point stuff out. Normally I have to like chase the sound as it's disappearing off screen while I like lecture someone about where their click appears in the song. So, just keep the song running in the background. Right? Like, if I'm like, oh, that snare fucking sucks. You gotta fix that snare. It's much easier than me being like chasing it down. You know, if it was like this, I'd be like, that snare, that one right there, it's fucking terrible. You know, it's a little bit harder. Oh, you can change the speed. You can go like, bam, look at that. Kind of hurts. It hurts my brain, but you know, you can change it to your heart's content. You can make it go real slow. I think like a little bit slower than normal. It's pretty solid. There's a fade, which I guess like kind of compresses everything almost. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Different FFT amounts. So like if I remember correctly, I think the larger your FFT size, the more accurate you'll get in the frequency domain. Like you'll see that these like 35 hertz sub stuff, it's very clear, but everything gets blurred, so your time domain sucks more, but your frequency domain is better. If I set it like this, look down here, it's like it's way worse in terms of frequency domain, but you can see all the transients much cleaner. I think I just prefer the 2048 generally. I think that gives enough information. There's a tilt, so this literally just like applies a tilt to the sub and the not, you know, it does a tilt on the spectrum. You know what I'm talking about. You can add a piano overlay. This looks confusing as shit. I mean, I guess if I had this blown up on another monitor, it might be better, right? If I was like looking at it like this. No, that's still pretty terrible. Oh, no, actually, no, that's pretty cool. Because normally when I'm like, okay, what note is that? I'm like, I go here and I'm like, oh, it's A5 or whatever. But this literally will highlight the note on the piano, I guess. So that could be useful for some people. I'm probably never going to use it, but that's cool. Yeah, there's just so many fucking features. It's kind of ridiculous. waveform. Did we figure anything else out about waveform? I can't remember. Color map, history. Right, so there's a multi-band, there's like a multi-band sub and mids and highs thing. This is pretty confusing and kind of ugly to look at. I remember on the Widler's live streams, he has some, like, it's called Spectre, and it's like minimeters, but it's only for Mac, and it also costs like hundreds of dollars. But it has a really nice multi-band RMS like meter thing, where instead of all of these just being squiggly lines overlaid on each other, there's 3 different rows, and you can see very clearly the RMS volume for the different bands, and it's like so useful actually for just like understanding how much treble there is and how much mids there are and whatnot. Like massively useful for mixing and analyzing songs. And this is kind of doing that, but it's suck. It's not great. TBH. Can I turn off the waveform in the background? Like, I want to turn off the waveform and keep only the multi-band history in the back. Can I do that? No, I can't. That's stupid. I don't know why that's not an option, because like the multi-band history thing is actually like useful, though it looks confusing and ugly. The waveform, I'm not going to get any use out of it because I can't zoom in on it. It's like moving real fast. I mean, obviously I can slow it down an obscene amount. No, that's not useful. Yeah, I don't see how you'd ever use this, with the exception of yeah, the multi-band thing is cool, but it looks ugly as fuck, and it's kind of hard to understand what's going on. Yeah, if this could be split into 3 different tracks, that would be nice. I would appreciate that. Spectre disappeared off the market? Oh, that's stupid. Yeah, no, the Spectre multi-band analysis thing was like huge. Yeah. And this is honestly, yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I know there's so many like quality of life, or not quality, just there's just so many new features added, but it doesn't appear that the multi-band, well, no, this is the version of it. This is the multi-band like waveform analysis thing, but yeah, it just looks kind of ugly. So I don't know about that. Here, let's turn off waveform. I think that's everything, pretty much. I explore everything about Spectrum and Oscilloscope. Oh, you could set this to a single waveform instead of multi. So this might be useful for doing FM synthesis. It's like a little bit more obvious. Yeah, that would probably be better for FM. Honestly, much better, I think. Here, you know what? Let's experiment real quick. Let's just do some FM right now. This is a big project file. Everything is lagging. But yeah, overall, pretty cool. If the here, you know what? Audio capture. Show 60-second. Clip the last 60 seconds. Will you break? It broke again. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing, man. I don't know. It was working when I first downloaded it. Now the rolling recording thing is broken, and that is a bummer. But you know, I'm sure there'll be updates. It literally just came out today, so it's fine. All right, and then let's open this back up because it just died, and then I guess we can just pin this. We need to open the settings again. I need to set my settings so that it doesn't loop by default. Here, let's just pop out the oscilloscope and then pin this, right? So there's so much lag. And then if I open the settings back up, oh my god, why? Oh, it doesn't show the settings unless, oh, I open the settings here. Okay, that makes sense. I set it to single band, right? Like, I think that's actually pretty damn useful for, you know, analyzing, like, what's going on. Like, you can clearly see if I have a 5 against 4, the second I start modulating this by the 4th harmonic against the 5th harmonic, the waveform changes such that you are now in the 1st harmonic, right? So like right now we're on the 5th harmonic, we're only seeing that. The second I introduce a little bit of this, you suddenly see all 5 of those waveforms, right? Because I'm subtly changing the whole entire thing such that it resolves every 5 waveforms, which corresponds to, you know, the 1st harmonic is the fundamental, that's the 5th harmonic, and then by adding, you know, these partials relative to the 4th harmonic, because, you know, we're doing this like interesting kind of FM thing, that's gonna it immediately gives you like information regarding how you're constructing the initial waveform based on the harmonics above it, right? That makes sense. Yeah, that's kind of cool, I think. So that's a plus. I'll definitely use that. Spectral still exists, but it's like $200. Oh, goddamn. Yeah, I mean, I have Windows, so I don't even have it as an option. How much more CPU would you use? I don't know. I was wondering, this probably uses a lot more CPU if there's like rolling, you know, if we have like rolling audio captured stuff going on. But at least glancing at how much CPU it's using in Task Manager, it's like the same amount. So yeah, so I don't know. I think that's pretty much all the things that are worth talking about. Which is to say, I think I pretty much touched on everything. I mean, again, you can like change it to look different, right? So like this looks real pretty if you know, if you're like trying to make content and you want your song to look real flashy. You're like, look at my speakers. You're panning your phone around, you know, you're like, look at all my speakers, look at my computer screen, I'm so smart. You're gonna want this screen up for sure, right? Right? Like if you didn't know anything, you'd be like, damn, this looks so complex. But in reality, like this is useless, this is useless, this is shaped in a useless way, but it looks fucking sick. It looks really cool, right? So yeah. Or maybe it's useful. I can't say it's useless. I personally don't see the use in it, and maybe that's just because I'm bad. So that's fine. Okay, so that's minimeters. That's my overview, I guess. Yeah, it's an Instagram video layout, exactly. And you gotta pan around. You gotta shake the camera aggressively when the drop hits, while it's staring at your speakers. Or it's just recording your own face, and you're just like nodding your head. And you're just doing that. And maybe you're like throwing your hands around and you don't actually do anything flashy or really cool, but it's what everyone else is doing, and it surprisingly works, and it bothers me because it looks really cringy. Pretty funny. Anyways, okay, let's go back to the preset I had set up. So I need to fix this preset, I think, because by default okay, the frequency bands are useful, but they look kind of ugly, at least when it's like in the corner, you know, because like the frequency bands are taking up so much space. But it is useful, I suppose. You can quickly tell. You have to squint. They're so small. If I was to make this bigger, then like the frequency bands are way more useful, right? You can immediately tell this is below 50 hertz, right? Hey, thank you, Christian. I appreciate that. Arcuna? I haven't seen you in like, I want to say like a year or something. Nah, probably not. You used to have a different picture. It used to be of a, I want to say like a coyote or something. Is changed. Anyways, hope you're doing good. And yeah, the tape stop, this is fun, is literally just an echo. I have an echo on the master, or I guess you could just call it a delay. And I just slam the dry wet, and then I just make it go from 1 millisecond to like 2 seconds, and it just slows down. Anyways, I just need to check. Last thing I need to check, I think, is just to make sure that I made a couple changes with the build-up, like in mixing. And then I think I'm just done with this song. I'm never going to touch it again. And then I need to release it soon. I think that's the move. up with the melody. Pigments did. Can't remember. I think I just wrote a chord progression and then just slammed it into the Pigments arpeggiator. Yeah. Here we go. This is it. It was whatever the fuck these chords are. We got G major into fucking B diminished. Is that B diminished? Yeah. I think so. No. I don't know what that is. Whatever that is, into whatever this is, that's E minor. Yeah. Into this other thing. Whatever that is. And then I hit it with the Pigments arpeggiator. Yeah. And so this is this is some preset that I modified and changed up a bit and added an additive synth to it and played around with it and made it really pitch bendy, and it sounds cool. And then I saved all of the MIDI that came out of the arpeggiator, and then I just like fed it, I think, into Harmor as well. So Harmor ended up spitting out cool additive sounds, and I just layered. I basically just had that ongoing, recorded out all of it, and then rendered out multiple different layers, and then just started splicing the good takes and the bad takes of those layers. And yeah, it's a sus chord. And then that MIDI I also like layered. So like this section over here, I add like a saw wave, and then it like gets a lot fatter in this section, right? Song, I made the whole entire song in like 50 minutes probably, and then I mean, obviously I spent months like mixing it and trying to make it better, but for the most part is literally just that arpeggiated chord progression on loop the whole time, and I just add a bunch of layers to it, and I'm just like mixing the different layers together in different sections. And then we have an extremely basic dubstep reggae drum kind of thing, drum pattern. And then at this point over here, I add wubs, and these are like resampled versions of those chords. And these are offbeat, so it sounds really dubbed, right? And that's the song, basically. It's just looping one single arpeggiated pattern, simple drum beat thing, for like 32 bars, and then we have like a 16-bar breakdown, and then we do it again, we added like an extra pattern. It's like really quintessential like structure. That's a normal font. Thanks. Yeah, you know, you just gotta consistently try. Sometimes you fail. Like last stream, I didn't accomplish anything cool, but I tried, so all that matters. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's I guess I said that I'm gonna make frog sounds. So let's make frog sounds. I think that could be fun. Maybe. Right? Could be neat. I'm playing a show tonight in 8 hours. Are there any new songs that I need to put on my USB since the last one? Probably a couple. I could probably update the mix down on a few of them. I could put... Why are these all fucked up? Sort by this. Thank you. Is this even... Oh, these are all backups. Okay, I'm working in this one. Right. Okay. Which reminds me, I do need to I haven't backed anything up in 3 months, so I need to do that again. It's not anything special. It's just it's like a Renegade in Oakland, like a warehouse party. I mean, it'll be fun. And then the one I played a couple weeks ago was like another Renegade that was literally just like me and like 20, 30, 40 other people, something like that. And it was for mine and someone else's birthday. Just got together out in the redwoods and brought speakers and decks. It was fun. Okay, let's make frog sounds. Yeah. How to make frog sounds? First, we got to look up sounds of frog. Sounds of frog. Frog sound. Huge. It might be harder than I think, honestly. Hey, look, that's not frog sounds. Frogs croaking. These frogs are fucking crazy, dude. This is kind of blowing my mind. I didn't know frogs could sound this cool. What are the bubbles? What are the bubbles? Well, I know that one. Why has he got bubbles coming out the top of his head? Okay, it's all the same sack. It just comes out top of head. This shit's crazy. Okay. How do we even do this? Well, to begin with, I need to get close up frog sound. Let's see if we can use minimeters to record this again. Actually, those were kind of the coolest frog sounds. Here, can I just audio capture? How do I close? Come on. No! It just doesn't work. I don't know why the minimeters thing doesn't work anymore. It worked when I wasn't streaming. Maybe me streaming is the issue. I don't want to download an hour-long video of audio. That would be kind of ridiculous. Where is this located? Frog species, water frog. Water frog sounds. Water frog. That's a crazy species name. Water frogs. I mean, this is what I was expecting to hear the frogs sound like, you know? I think you need to click on the record button. Well, there's supposed to be a... Oh. That's what I did before. Okay, I think the clip the last 10 seconds thing... Oh, maybe I just have to literally just hit the record button. And then it's just going on. And then I clip it. Maybe you're right. That is what I was doing before. Look, when you're streaming... This is nuts. This is insane. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Okay, now stop recording audio. Audio capture. Yeah, Norkuna, you're a genius. Turns out I had to hit the record button. Massive. Damn, I was just dissing on minimeters the whole time, and I just didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Okay. Oh. That shit's nuts, man. I can't do it. That's cool. Why is this frozen? I mean, it looks cool. Can I pin this? Why'd you... Oh, you can pause minimeters itself. That's cool. Right, I forgot about that. I forgot that was a feature. I did see that earlier. Yeah, that's huge also for just like analyzing the audio. Oh, this is we're gonna use this right fucking now, honestly. So here we can resume this. This little bit here. How are we even gonna do this? Okay, let's just start fucking around. We need like a saw wave that's like really low in frequency, right? I just want to pop out, help me, my god, settings. Pop this guy out. Thank you. You go down there, pin to top. Okay. We want saw, no, we want serum. We'll use serum 2. Just to start. I'm challenged. I'm having technical difficulties. I can't move anything around. Okay. Too many goddamn buttons open. Okay. What do? We want... Right? It's a frog. We already got a frog. It's that easy, folks. And it's gonna look something like... Right? And then, I mean, I think you could just straight up just use like a... That's a frog, man. Right? Like, honestly... And then some like FM to make it like kind of busy or something. Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, these need to be minus. We'll set this the same. And then you. It like starts to sound kind of froggy when the FM is high, but then it's like way overboard. But if the FM is low, then it just sounds like noisy as fuck. Here, let's look. Let's analyze. Right? What the fuck? What the fuck's going on here, man? Maybe there's something cool we can glean from this. I mean, kinda. So like FM for wavefolding, like we're on the right track, I think, with the FM, right? Because like this is the wave cycle, right? Of the re kind of thing. But then within it, there's a bunch of harmonics. And there's more harmonics within it. It's kind of weird. It's very weirdly shaped. I don't know how would I get that? I mean, wavefolding for sure is like one of them. Yeah, there is kind of an AM thing in there as well. I think it's all going to be kind of harmonic relative to it. I mean, I could also just do amplitude modulation manually. That's kind of similar. What if we add a tiny bit of ring modulation? Envelope 2 to the coarse. Envelope 2. Maybe form and filter after the low pass. Yeah, that would be smart to like just shape it more kind of randomly. I just want to add a bunch of shifters. And then let's saturate it. Oh, look at that waveform. Why isn't this why aren't you recording anything, Minimeters? You're paused. Resume. Okay. And then yeah, I guess form and filter. Note random, like note random on the mount of envelope 2, like a ramp up, pitch up in a curve, so just like it sounds a little bit different every time. Why isn't there a dry wet on this? I mean, I could Frog Growls starts low and goes up to screech. I mean, it's starting. I guess it could start lower. Like, it's all kind of. Let's go back to this guy. Okay. So let's make this guy like the same length. So I think the shape of the pitch contour, like, that makes sense. Except now we have to. This isn't doing it. This isn't doing it at all. What would best create that screech sound? I mean, I don't think the difference between I do still have a bunch of ring modulators on it after. Okay. These are weird fucking frogs, man. And then now envelope 2 on this is fucking stupid. It sounds like actual more FM, like actual more FM than actual pitch up. Like it becomes almost white noisy. Yeah, so sometimes achieve screech with phase mod stuff. So oscillator A, you're synthesizing bro step frog. Now to be fair, it's pretty easy to accidentally make frogs. I feel like I accidentally make frogs all the time when I'm like glitching sounds. When I'm like trying to do this manually. It's happening faster too, also. The rate is just faster. Maybe I can also attach that to that. And then FM amount. It's bad. Sounds funny. I kind of like that. I mean, it's not sounding like a frog anymore, but... Oh, that's a good sound. It reminds me of Mr. Krabs walking a little bit. You want to try phase distortion from itself? I don't think I've ever actually done... Also, it doesn't create a... It doesn't create a loop. I think from B was kind of cooler. Kind of hate your man. I mean, honestly, it might just be easier just to use a bunch of EQs. I was getting much closer earlier when I had a saw wave. And then here we can open this up manually. And then let's look at this guy again. It's like a lot at 2 kilohertz. Re. I mean, he's literally saying re. What are the other? What's the other formant? There's one at like 6 kilohertz, but it's like much less. And so. And it needs to be noisier, so maybe we can do like noisy FM or something. We're doing FM from D. Whoa. Okay, bud. Can we just like do phase distortion noise. Lacking like high end. See, this is I'm kind of terrible at deliberate, intentional sound design. Like working, trying to make a very exact sound. I'm really not good at it. Great. And then we need to get rid of it's like if you heard that in the background of a bunch of ambience and swamp sounds and stuff like that, and it was panned to the side with like, nah, it wouldn't. It doesn't sound like a frog at all, dude. It ain't a frog. I'm a fraud. Frog. There's a pun there somewhere. There's frog puns to be made. I don't know, man. Maybe we could try operator. Maybe I'm just better at operator. I'm not. I'm coping. How do I normally make my frog sounds? I mean, usually it's just like I'm just like glitching the shit out of stuff and have formant filters going crazy. Formant filters definitely is like the right kind of direction. So like here, let's do like another one, and then let's make this guy. Yeah, so that's kind of frog-like. A little bit. And then this guy also said, whoa. I want to multiply these two together. Serum doesn't have a combinate feature like Pigments does it? I just wanted to make it, it's just an envelope, man. I'm stupid. Yeah, it's a creature. Oh, that's a frog. We're getting it. Okay, these are frogs, man. Okay, we got some frogs now. So I can like duplicate this a bunch of times. And then we just have to mod source notes node on random discrete. And then you mod source notes node on random discrete. This one is going to be right. It's pretty good. I don't know, man. Again, they're all kind of doing the same contour thing. So like, if we were to just like freeze the track, right? Bam. Frogs. That all of these sound like exactly one very type of specific. Kinda. Okay, now. We need to make it so they can articulate themselves in a bunch of different ways, right? So a lot of this is coming from you're changing the pitch and stuff like that. Bypass A, coarse pitch, LFO. LFO1 goes to A. And frequency I think these don't necessarily need to be attached to each other. Remove modulator. Right? So this guy. And then you. Now, let's make, can I make envelope 3? Where's envelope 3? Envelope 3 controlling the filter frequency. We can modulate you with note on random discrete. Can I choose the range at which note on random discrete for this one, for envelope 3, is being fucked with? No, that's not an option. That's stupid. So I guess we have to set this to be LFO. And we'll do LFO 5. Then LFO 5 will be sample and hold. And then LFO 5. Something like that. And the goal is I want to make a bunch of different like articulations, you know? So the main thing being I want to multiply LFO 1, maybe add a fine layer of filter FM like autofilter. Oh, that would probably be good. Yeah. Yeah, something like some shit like that. Right? That's all cool. But I still need to figure out this. I wanna, okay, mod source. Also do note on random discrete. This one we gotta take, we're just gonna take from like 0.4 to 1.6. And then I want LFO2 coarse pitch amount. No, LFO1. Okay, this guy we also hit with note on random discrete. And this is also bipolar. So this is gonna go from like -20 to +20. And then we also hit this guy. Wait, I think we already did with that one. Anyways, the point is now we got a bunch of different articulations, right? And we just hit it with a arpeggiator. And then we hit it with an echo, and echo has wobble on. This is the real hack. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. All right, I think we're cooking now. And then we're gonna make so many fucking frogs, dude. And then we put spellbook on performance instead. And then we get LFO, bin random LFO, bin random, and that will turn the echo on and off. And that will turn the echo on and off. There we go. On and hello? Can you? Okay, it's on. It's working now. It's working now. So now the wobble will turn on and off randomly. They may also be pigs. And then I mean, fuck it, dude. We're also, what else do I want? we're just gonna randomize. Pigs are just big frogs. Minus like everything about their anatomy. And then I want you control that, but like not by that much. And we'll do another one, and this guy will control this guy. So we're just changing the coarse amount of the ring modulation by just a little bit. We're just randomizing as many parameters as we can. And then I don't like how consistently this is playing. So here's a cool thing I learned from Amphibolia's video. You can use a velocity, and you make the velocity such that it always spits out a random note. Bam, right? Or the velocity is always random. And then with this velocity, you can set lowest and highest like that. And then you can make it... Wait, is that how it works? There we go. The lowest parameter, anything that comes below this lowest parameter doesn't get played. We play all the, like, velocity gets randomized, and any random velocity that's below whatever this value is gets deleted, right? And then you hit it with another one of these. So we randomize velocity. Any velocity that's randomized below this value gets deleted, and then we normalize velocity again. So all you're doing is you're deleting some percentage of the sounds. You make this 50% of the thing, 50% of all your notes get deleted, right? So now we can have it kind of more random, you know? Pretty neat. And then, I don't know. Now let's take here, let's take my crickets. Wait, first EQ boards. No, I need to actually spell it right. Where did I put the crickets? Ableton 12 tracks, crickets, EQ, frogs. Okay, just in case everything crashes, because I have a gut instinct that everything's gonna crash soon. I've been doing this for a long time. It's happening way too quickly. Why are the crickets doing that? Bam. And then ARP. Arpeggiator. And then let's actually make velocity random again afterwards, because velocity isn't controlling anything. And then we can use an expression control. And then let's get a binaural pan. And then the expression control is being controlled by what the velocity is. The binaural pan might have just crashed Ableton. Please don't do it, God. Thank you. Thank you. And then we can use expression control to map to... Well, we have to put this in front of the velocity. Expression control, you can map to... Actually, I want to use another spell book, because the binaural pan is a two-dimensional pan. It's got front, back, left, and right. I mean, I could use my 3D filter thing, honestly. But, these are frogs, and frogs don't need to be above us. Not yet. That's for when we make gibbons. We're going to make gibbons at some point. That's the plan, right? So now we can take the expression control. You are going to map to spin offset. And we're going to reset that. And then so we can now map the x-axis to the left-right pan, y-axis to the front-back, turn on interaural time difference such that this is now binaural. Frogs. I don't know why it's glitching. Ow. Okay, so we need to do a few things. First, we need to compress everything. Because that shit be loud as fuck. And then... And like, can we just like put a massive delay on everything? I don't know, we got frogs and crickets, all right? It's not enough things yet, but that's kind of cool. You know, now it's starting to sound like you're at a place. Also, the frogs are sometimes glitching. Oh, I think it's because for whatever reason, the MIDI was set up like that. It should stop doing that now. It's still doing it. Alright, that was straight up the sound from Super Mario World when he spins, you know? That was absolutely that sound. So like sometimes they're frogs and sometimes it's Mario jumping around, but that's fine. I guess we should make bird sounds. How to make bird sounds? I mean, birds are you just like take a sine wave, maybe give it like that, maybe give it some harmonics, just like a little bit, right? And then you go fucking sick and crazy with it. You take a... Well, first, here, let's copy this. Let's copy the velocity rack thing over. And then birds are just gonna go like fucking nuts. Noise LFO. And then we hit it with a another noise LFO. Random is noise, right? And then we do this and we smooth it. That's a bird. And then we modified such that is like high up there, man. Come on, birds. Birds. Hey. Birds, come on. Okay, that's just a fucking ghost. That's a theremin. Oh, we need an arpeggiator. I didn't put an arpeggiator beforehand. I'm so silly. And then, wait. I fucked up the random thing. There we go. And then, times 10. Come on. Bird! And then we'll have another LFO. And we're gonna have a spell book control this LFO. Hear me out. Alright, check this out. This spell book will control the motherfucking rate and the offset and the depth. Offset is gonna mostly chill like that. Depth is mostly gonna chill like that. And then this guy's gonna control the offset of this. Now we're added both of these LFOs together. Birds! Now, if we want to make... I want to add rain. I do have a synthesized water thing I've made. Here, let's delete a bunch of shit and hope everything doesn't... Here, let's save the project file, alright? Actually, let's be somewhat intelligent and save things instead of just praying that things don't crash while not saving. We're gonna learn. Synth rainforest, right? And then... Here. Delete. Gone with you. Get out of here. Wait, I can't... I just tried to delete the fucking minimeters recording. No, it's probably just crashing from me deleting all the racks that were already built. All right, Command Z, bring back these frogs. Those are fucking crazy, man. How the fuck? My frogs suck. Sometimes they like pitch up like a lot. What would be an easy way to make it so that they like go really high in pitch, but seldom? You know? Hey, what's up, Exon? Congratulations on not working. It's huge. I'm just making frogs. Oh, let's make water. Though the water uses like a lot of CPU. Oh, also, congratulations, Exon, on the EP release. It bangs. It's good. I am. That's a pig. I'm sick of the crickets, man. Yeah, it's pretty cozy. And then let's go underwater. Pretty cool. Alright, what else do I need to add? Gibbons. Gibbons. Alright, we're adding gibbons. We need to add monkeys. Though gibbons are not monkeys, they're apes. Gibbon. All. We gotta. That's fucking nuts, man. That's so cool. Okay, okay. How do we do this? Okay, we're gonna want a little sine wave. Give it a couple of these guys, you know, and then, you know, he says, "Ooh," you know, like when someone gets in trouble in elementary school. So, and then we're gonna set this to envelope, right? And then I want this guy also set to envelope, set to the same amount of time. Yeah, I want him to shut up right there. Is that what I want? Has to retrig. They're offset? Boo! Okay, I have to literally sync them to the grid. No, I don't want it to sync it to the grid because I have to change the rate. Can I sync these together somehow? Host. What does host mean? Oh, it doesn't mean anything because they're not. I can use arpeggiators. Here, let's go back. Let's go back to the video. I wanna we'll work on it one bit at a time. He like goes into like a falsetto for a second. You can see like there's like a quick discrete jump right there. Yeah. You can't. Okay, the free running thing can be kind of annoying sometimes. This guy. And so I'm gonna twist a knob, and it's gonna start wobbling, and then it goes down. I mean, it's kind of complex. Yeah, this is a gibbon. This is a white cheap gibbon. They're the best. They're so cool. Phase plant. The thing is, I suck at phase plant. I don't know how to do phase plant. Yeah, no, gibbons are the best. They're so cool. This is a silvery gibbon. This is a hulock gibbon. Hulock gibbons are great. They're really good. Look at that. Look at that triangle wave. That shit's crazy, dude. That's fucking nuts. Oh man, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm getting sucked into monkey reels. Get me out of here. Wait for it. Holy shit. No, that's too much, man. That's too intense for me. Okay, okay, okay. We're going back. Okay. So, what do I need to do? I mean, for one, we can take an LFO. LFO 3 is going to control the pitch, make it wobble real fast. And then this guy is going to affect LFO 3 amount, right? So if we have right? Right? That's kind of what he's doing a little bit, you know? Maybe we can get another knob that so we want make sine how make sine wave? We need to create nodes there. Oh, how best make sine wave? I'm forgetting. I'm stupid. I'm a big old dummy. I don't know, man. Like that sounds like Gibbon, you know? The zoo that feeds in graves as corny voiceovers. Oh yeah. No, I've seen that. You don't got to give them voiceovers, man. You just got to show them for who they are. Also, they don't eat the grape skins. They spit them out, and I love it. I find that so adorable. Why is it happen? Oh, right. We got this guy. So I still want to figure out. I need to use the bathroom. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna play this in the background. Well, I use the bathroom and think about what I need to do. They got into presets where it says custom sine wave. Oh yeah, no, smart. Need to do that. I was muted. Excellent. Great. Okay. So I can do this all in automation very, very, very easily. It would be very straightforward. Just automate a gibbon sound, you know, just do the pitch envelope, whatever, and the amplitude modulation stuff. But I want to make knobs, right? So what I'm trying to figure out is I want to have multiple different LFOs here. Maybe we just got to map the rate to both of these LFOs to a single macro, and then they're going to be synced. It's still clicking. Yeah, they're out of sync, dude. Why the fuck? Why the fuck are you out of sync? Where does that happen? I'm using the same. It's the same thing, bro. See what? But why would it? You can hear the beating. That's kind of cool. That was a cool sound. The fuck made that? Oh, it's the crickets. If the cricket pitch is low. That's pretty neat. Crickets are cool. Yeah, I don't know how I would do any of this. Can you use an external model LFO to those and modulate the phase? That's smart. You are smart. You are intelligent. Okay. Bam. This LFO, you're gonna do that. This phase, mod source, LFO, 4. This phase, LFO, 4. Yeah. So, and then now, this guy. You're all controlled by this guy. And these aren't doing anything. Huh? What's going on, bro? Why is there no audio coming? At the very least, we should hear something. I don't know. Wait, this isn't even modulating anything anymore. Oh, I'm stupid. That's the secret. I'm just fucking dumb. Okay. Woo. Oh, you're so smart, Lucas. Thank you. Right? Okay. This one here. How do I remove? I just want to delete. Remove. Yeah. That's what I ended up doing. Okay. Now, we'll take this rate, put this rate on that guy. No. You map that guy to that guy. And then and then we want the max of this multiplied by another macro. So LFO 1, you're gonna get modulated by macro, no, not macro 1, by macro 3, by macro 2, And then we need to make this unipolar. And make it bigger. Oh, I'm stupid. Except now it starts at a really high frequency for some reason. Oh, it's because it being unipolar was important. Yeah. Okay. Now, okay. Now let's revisit the motherfucking gibbon. Did I delete the gibbon? I deleted the gibbon. Back to YouTube. Gibbon howling. I could have recorded it out, but oh, check this out. You know how frogs have throat sacs? So do gibbons, bro. They're so good, man. I've spent so much time just Okay, so it goes up slowly, it slowly goes up, then it goes up pretty quickly, and then as it's going up pretty quickly, then you add modulation, right? Like, why can't I have been born with a throat sac? It's fucked up. So fucked up. Yeah, dude, that's a given already. Right, so if I wanted to, how would we do this? I mean, I don't think I need to map anything else, frankly. Maybe something to change up this LFO shape, because this LFO shape is kind of funky. So maybe we can like map this macro to like wiggle these guys around or something. Right? That could be funny. I don't know. Right? It'll just change up the shape of the like weird ass vibrato modulation. Yeah, fuck it. Some shit like that. Okay, now that that's all done, I guess we can we use the LFO to control macros? We can. I mean, I think we just straight up, this is rate, pitch, can't spell, I cannot spell. Oh, wait, it's always gonna start from the same bottom, though. Okay, so we also just want, oh god, we also just want another one controlling pitch. So this guy, you are just pitch. I think we just want to slowly increase this one, and this one. So but and then this guy. Wait, what does this guy do again? What does 4 do? Macro or macro 6? Oh, this guy changes the LFO shape in a weird way. Okay, so I think I mean, I think it's best if we just, okay, let's just do the rest within Ableton, because I'm better at Ableton. Convert, and then we want, oh god, configure, and this guy is vibrato. Macro 6 is vid shape. Okay. Oh my lord. All right. So if we take an LFO, and then here, let's remove that destination. Wait. Yeah. Okay, this all looks fine. Now this is taking a while, folks. We're gonna ramp up, and then we're gonna slow ramp up on a multi-map. Okay. And then the multi-map, we're gonna map to pitch height, and we'll also map it to pitch, and then we're gonna curve pitch down. And then we're gonna also map it to rate. And then you just sync to grid, man. Okay, cute. Now nothing's happening. Pitch height. And then map that to vibrato. Not. I just want to make it. I want to make it all one fucking knob. You know. You feel me? Wait. This is pitch. Yeah, pitch is mapped to that. Lower that amount and that amount. And then rate. Oh, the LFO wasn't set right. I mean, it's kind of doing it. It kind of sounds like a gibbon for a second. Everything's all fucked up though. Vibrato more. I think I need another LFO. Because the vibrato kicks in, there's a certain point. Okay, so when we check out the gibbon, that's not the best example. Where was the good example? Was it this one? That's the same exact one. Give me, maybe it was this one. No, it wasn't. It was history. Yeah. Right there, it jumps up in pitch and then gets a fuck ton of vibrato added, and then it goes back down. So we need two different sections, right? So that still sounds like a fucking gibbon. Some gibbons do that. So like we're pretty close. Like again, it's easy to just automate it all, but I want to make LFOs that sound like it, and then I can just like randomize all the parameters of the LFO and get different gibbon sounds. So, we can use another LFO, and this LFO can be set to 0 Hertz and set to a square wave. And what we can do, we'll reset it, is you can modulate the phase, and then when the phase passes 50%, it jumps up to the top. That can be when we quote unquote activate a different the vibrato and whatnot. I think that would work. So we can have this LFO. Let's make another multi-map. It's gonna hurt my brain. So this LFO control this input. No. This LFO is going to control the max of these values. And then this is going to control pitch. And so what's going to happen is when this LFO, right now it's at 0, pitch is at 0. When we pass 50%, or whatever we choose our square wave LFO to start, 50% phase, pitch is going to get activated, and the max pitch of this LFO is going to jump up to 47%. And we're going to do the same goddamn thing with vibrato. So vibrato is going to start off. Why did it jump down to 50? Hello? Max of vibrato, right? What the fuck? What's happening? Can't control it. It's bugging out. Oh, wait, I did it here. Why is it going between min and max is 0? And it's jumping between 0 and 25? Excuse me? What are you smoking? What the fuck is going on? Max. Stop doing that? Why are you doing that? That doesn't make any sense. You're broken. Something's horribly wrong. Vibrato shouldn't be... What the fuck is happening? Turn that off. Is there something already controlling this input? No. I'm so confused. I'm bringing in another multi-map. I'm deleting this guy. Let's see if this continues. It might just be bugged. I accidentally deleted the LFO. I'm breaking everything. I'm panicking. All right, bring in this multi-map. You. Control you. You appear to be working like you should. Okay, that multi-map was just fucking busted. It looks like it's fine now. We can control both vibrato and the pitch maximum with this. Pitch maximum we'll set to like, I don't know, 40 or something. Now, we can turn this to here. And when phase goes past a certain point, then the input jumps up and these values don't change. Why aren't you changing? Maybe just Ableton's just too stupid to be able to do this. Okay. Okay, I think I see an issue. The LFO, I mean, it's set to 100%, but right here, the knob is all the way over here, but the shaded in region is at 50%, and thus this is at 50%. So the multi-map isn't actually doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's playing half of what it's supposed to be doing, which makes no fucking sense. Hey, Piliac, when you play set, do you DJ the same way as people do with other dance genres? Like, do I play other people's? I play only my own music at this point, because I used to DJ other people's songs as well, but I have like a large enough like discography of songs that I can like improvise within my own material, so I can do more dancey stuff, or I can make it like down tempo. Or I can go into like more housey breakbeat kind of stuff. I don't know. I could just explore a bunch of different BPMs and genres. So like I can improvise within and then go in different directions and different colors and stuff like that. And you know, I'm a producer primarily than a DJ, so I primarily just want to like show off my own productions and stuff like that. So I do at some point need to get more into DJing, just like as an art form, because it is really cool. But yeah, when I perform, I'm just playing only my own music, which is like, I feel like that's kind of the norm in the genre of music that I make, like psychedelic downtempo, the whole like tippery kind of place is like kind of the standard in that genre to do all original stuff or mostly original. Every once in a while, I'll play like another song. Like maybe if I do play someone else's song, it'll be like 1 or 2 songs out of my entire set will be someone else's, but that's pretty rare at this point. Do you think that helps me get shows? No, I don't play shows like ever because I'm really bad at marketing. I'm not good at it. I'm socially awkward and I just stay inside and yap at a computer screen with like, you know, 10 people staring at me through the screen. That's like the extent of my marketing pretty much. So if you want to get shows, you need to be friends with promoters and you need to be friends with other DJs. You need to like build connections and stuff like that. And like all the artists that I know that have blown up, all the artists that I personally know or have met that have blown up and gotten a big following were basically adopted by other larger artists who wanted to support their vision and bring them on tour. That's like the secret. Like the secret is connections. If you want to play shows, you need to be friends with people who throw shows, you know? Or, you know, be friends with someone who is playing shows and then they want you to play, you know, stuff like that. That goes much further than being a good DJ or performer or whatever. So being a good DJ performer matters. So, okay, I don't understand why multimap is fucking busted. Look at this. I twist knob all the way over here, but it's only playing up to here. It's like it's acting as if I have another like an LFO on mod mode that's already controlling this multimap. It doesn't make any sense. I think multimap is just busted. Yeah, look, immediately I started to turn this. Oh, well, it's because I clicked on this one. Here, you know what? Look, we're starting over. Okay. I don't know. I need to get this to work. I don't know how else to do this besides multimaps. Multimaps are huge, but I don't know why they're bugging out like this. It's like driving me crazy. I don't really hang out with any of my friends ever, and I have people throw shows. I just don't feel like my social media running low. Yeah, I mean, like a lot of musicians and producers are like introverted people, so it's like kind of a catch-22 thing, right? To be good at making music, you have to sit inside and stare at your computer screen all day, which doesn't lend well to the type of person to be a socialite and make connections that lead them to playing shows. So, okay. Pitch height, rate, not vibrato. And whatever. What is mod 12 amount? I don't know what mod 12 amount is. Either way, yeah, pitch height. Vibrato down. Okay, that all sounds fine, right? Now, let's see if I can get the square wave thing to work one more time. Square wave. You. Why does this multimap look fucking stupid? Create one more multimap. Stop bugging out. You control input. When phase past 50%, you go to 127%. That's correct. And then this also is going to control pitch and vibrato. You are going to control pitch max, and you are going to control vibrato max. Yo, okay, I did it. I think I did it. And out of that, more time working on social media, less time making music, yeah. So, I mean, honestly, it doesn't take that much time and effort to work on social. It's just, like, draining for me. I just hate doing it. It's just, like, you know, eroding and destroying society, and I just feel yucky working on it. Like, I don't know. I got a master's degree in computer science, specializing in machine learning, and now I'm, like, trying to fucking apply. I mean, I'm like applying for like audio related DSP jobs and stuff like that, which that would be ideal, but I'm also like applying for like fucking AI startups that are just like trying to capitalize on the AI bubble and create apps and stuff that'll just like degrade and destroy society. And I'm just like, this is miserable. I don't want to fucking do that. Why the fuck? You know? I don't know, we live in a society. Okay. Now, can I put all of this? This multimap doesn't do anything. But you and you, and then you, this LFO can control you and you. Okay, that was like a little bit extreme. I didn't set any of the values yet, but that's kind of how the gibbon work, right? So what do I want to do? I want rate to start already at a higher value. Right? And then this guy is going to be much slower. And then we'll set phase like that. And we'll increase rate more. All right, and then that's when it jumps past the thing, right? Rate will lower. Okay, it's kind of doing the thing. And so this phase amount here controls at what point in the automation cycle it switches between adding vibrato. And then it goes back down at a point. Maybe I just like set this to off, honestly. Then I control to make a you, control phase with you. It happens too quickly though. No, not EQ3s. Stop it. I broke it. I clicked on something and everything just fucking broke. Okay, that's mildly better. I'm trying. Maybe it's too complicated of a thing to try to make a one knob gibbon sound maker. I think it's too much, man. No, I can tune it. I can tune it. Here, let's go back to gibbon. Well, like one thing is that just the shape of the call is also changing every single time, right? Like here, like we could modulate Y. Modulate stop. My God, you modulate Y. Why do I have to LFO bus 5? What does that even mean? Note on random discrete. And then we can modulate curve. Oh, note on random discrete. And then this guy, modulate curve. Note on random discrete. Oh, but it's not, I'm not using an arpeggiator, so it's not going to change the whole time. So I have to use a literal sample and hold on each of those. Fucking kill me. Stop it. Stop it. Modulate. How would I do this? We can use like a chaos bullshit. And then this guy, modulate Y. Stop. Stop fading away. Thank you. I'm getting too fed up. I've been working on this one patch for too long. LFO 5Y. Why can't I do LFO 5X? The fuck? Why is that not an option, bro? I can't. I'm losing it. I'm going insane. Social media is good. How else do you guys stay up to date on the latest Italian brain rots? I have to say I'm so proud of my own social media algorithm. I think I have the healthiest social media algorithm like known to man. I don't use it too much, but like okay, if I go on, wait, how do I go to explore? Okay, this is my Instagram reels. It's just gibbons. It's literally just, so like I'm not gonna want to look at gibbons for hours every single day, right? But like if I ever am tempted to look at social media, the most that it does is it just gives me gibbons, and then I'm satiated, and then I leave. It doesn't turn into some like alt-right pipeline bullshit. It doesn't turn into some crazy marketing thing. It's just cool fucking gibbons. But on that note, I am getting super fed up with this goddamn gibbon patch. What would be the best way to make it so that this curve is like a fucking curve, you know? I can add jitter. If I add jitter to Sample and hold, rise, smooth, make move fast. You get mapped to that a little bit. Okay. Okay, that was totally what I need. And then we map LFO1. Yeah. LFO number 1 is what controls this amount. Except, how am I more explicit? Wait, source macro 3? No. Oh, fuck. Macro 2 controls LFO1's coarse pitch height, so I need to put... Where's macro 2? Macro 2... Wait. Ow. I want LFO1's pitch height to control LFO5's pitch height. So LFO5's pitch height is going to be controlled by LFO1. Right? That's kind of it. And then fuck it, let's also put LFO2 on this guy. It's I can't do it, man. But it somewhat sounds like gibbon, but like I can't. My brain is cooked. Look, we made frogs. Okay. We made water. For some birds. That sounds kind of like gibbon a little bit, you know? That kind of does the thing. And then what happens if we like a fuck ton of chorus? Sounds kind of like a bunch of gibbons in the trees from like far away, all like chanting at once. We can also add some delay. Give it some of these, you know. That's kind of cool. Once you got other effects. Alright, you know what? I'd say that's a success. Fuck it. You know, when you add enough other stuff, then it works. Where Q... Yeah, gibbon goes here. EQ goes with frogs, gibbon, water, crickets. It's pretty cool. I'm happy with it. That's actually pretty neat. All right, let's see if I can find a recording of a bunch of gibbons singing. Because these ones are kind of harder to find, but we're like, there's a ton of them screaming at the same time. This one's just good ambient music. Okay, here, I found one. I found one. You're at the end of this video. You guys gibbon. Kind of crazy. There's like a really intense second and third harmonic right there. Like, look at this. Pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. And let's duplicate this over a few times. Put it long howl goes there. So there's like a couple short ones. Pretty fucking cool. Oh, okay. So what else would I have to do? If I want to make it, I need to make decent hyperparameters to like randomize everything. So I need to use another multimap. And then you will go there. So it's between 50 and 100%. And this controls. This one will control phase. This is going to go 50 to 99%. I said I fucked up. This one will go 50 to 99%. So when this is set to 0, this makes it so that this LFO never turns on. This LFO's phase will always stay between 0% and 50%. And since this is a square wave LFO with a rate set to 0, that means it'll never switch all the way up, right? If it's set to 99, then it will switch up when this automation curve is halfway through. I guess that means I should also map this guy. So I can automate the min between 0 and 50. So if I want it to always be active, then I could switch this guy up. Okay, this is cool. I made gibbon sounds. I think I'm gonna stop streaming because I've been doing this for like 2.5 hours. I'm tired. I gotta get ready for a show. It'll be fun. But we made frogs. And we made gibbons. We made some tree noise sounds. Water. Birds. I don't know what else you even need to add. That's like the whole jungle. That's all of it, right? So yeah, that was fun. Okay, I will not be back for the next couple days, 2-3 days, something like that. So yeah. Okay, I'll see y'all next week. All right, take care, y'all. Have a good one.